Welcome to tonight's tips and tricks. Hello and good night everyone to tonight's Karat tips and tricks. Tonight is the 36th episode and tonight we'll be looking at some very interesting stuff. Do you know that this week gold has reached record highs? Not only has it smashed the last barrier of 1905 as of last weekend, but it is actually heading towards 2000. This is really interesting. Let's see what happens next. And we also have some updates from the company, that is Karatbars International. My name is Michael Amann, and I am an independent affiliate of Karatbars International. I am not a licensed financial advisor, but I do share some of the things I do and some of the things that I observe in the industry. Please check with your official financial advisor before you make any decisions. Now, of course, I am here to give some information about what it is we are all about and the things that we are witnessing with our own eyes. The things that we are looking at that is really unprecedented in history. We are at the verge of a major change. Robert Kiyosaki refers to it as a change of an era. And what we would like to ask is that question: are you ready? Are you ready for a change of an era? There's certain ways of thinking that we had as school children preparing for schools and that we also prepare our children for. But are we ready for that change? Are they going to be ready for that change? Let's hear what Robert Kiyosaki has to speak about this change.
Hello and welcome to the Life Success Story channel. In this video, Robert Kiyosaki talks about the fact that this is a change in an era in which millions of people have lost their jobs. But why would you want a job today? Why would you want to save money? The riskiest thing you can be today as an employee. A lot of people are scared, but there are a lot of opportunities here. So be positive and move forward. Let's move on.
This is the change of an era. It is the end of the old and the beginning of the new. The millions of people who have lost their jobs. Millions. And that's not the news, that's old. So what Fuller was saying back in '81 to my class was that what you're listening to in the news today is the death of the old. One of the most obsolete things you can have is an old idea in your head. So think about these words: go to school and get a job. Why would you want a job today? Save money. Why would you save money when the government's printing trillions right now? Invest for the long term in a well-defined portfolios, well-diversified portfolios, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. Why would you do that? Yet people are still hanging on to those old ideas. Well, think about it today. The riskiest thing you can be today is an employee. The smartest thing you can do is be an entrepreneur. The problem is our school system's still teaching people to be employees. And that's the biggest risk of all. The problem is the people who are scared, are still hanging on to the old. Let me just say one more thing, talk about what we're doing at Rich Dad, because we've been preparing for this for years. So people say, oh, you're so negative. I'm not negative, I'm looking into the future. You can ask anybody in my company, I'm a Technosaurus Rex. I know nothing. But it doesn't stop me from being an entrepreneur, because entrepreneur is a mindset and a skill set, but mostly a mindset. So all of you out there looking for the next job, you're a dinosaur, because the future of jobs is finished. Because what we're talking about now is everybody, needs to be an entrepreneur. Even if you have a job, still be an entrepreneur. Still, somebody calls it a side hustle. Do something else. Join a network marketing company. Join people who are being positive and moving forward. The biggest thing, there's more opportunity. But it's what gets you in trouble is the old ideas in your head. Yes. Go to school, get a job, save money. Why saving money is bad? It's because they're printing trillions of it. Wake up. Wake up. 80% of the world debt is measured in US dollars. That's why the dollar is so strong, makes gold weak. But if you don't study this stuff, I don't know where the heck you're at. Femorization is the same thing as your little cell phone today has more power than the mainframe computers of 50 years ago. You have more power in your hands today, but if your brain doesn't have any power and you're still looking for the job security and a pension, I think you're as obsolete as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's the problem. The problem's in your head. And I know I'm sounding like a pessimist, which I have for years, but the pessimism allows me to see a brighter future. This is the end of the industrial age. We're in the beginning of the information age. There's more opportunity than ever before, but you've got to change the way you think, your attitude, and your friends. But if you've got hanging out with your depressed old friends who are clinging to job security and a pension, you better find some new friends is what I'm saying, because they're going to pollute your brain and your spirit. That's the big part. So this news is old. You know, it was coming for years. I think it's a hoax personally. But I don't think the virus is a hoax, but I think it's a smokescreen for what has been coming for years. And that's why for years and years and years and years and years, I've been Chicken Little, and it hasn't been pleasant. And thank God some people come up to me and said, I'm glad I listened to you. But many of my friends are saying I should have listened to you. Well, I'm saying that's the past. Let's move on.
I hope that you're paying attention, that we all pay attention, because we are actually living in unprecedented times. The old way of doing things are changing. People are talking about a new normal. In this time, many people who would have had a plan A, and I would have mentioned this before, even in the last week's session, people talk about having a plan A. They want a job. They want to have them, that's their prime plan for getting income. That is their prime plan for meeting their needs, their prime plan for saving for the future. This is basically based on their plan A, their main source of income. But many don't have a plan B. There have been more retrenchments and more layoffs and more people losing their jobs in the past year and in the past 2 years than ever before. Every year seems to be increasing. Many people who may have had a safe and secure job, as they call it, they felt that they can work in a particular place for the rest of their life. Now many are not sure if they're going to be working for the next 5 years, the next 3 years, the next year, I don't know. That is not a stretch. There's some people who spoke to me this week who said that, Michael, I didn't know that I would have been out of a job. I have something to fall back on. Thankfully, I have Karatbars. So I would like to learn more about it to start to share with others so that I can have a plan B, an alternative source of income, something to fall back on. Folks, we have a solution that we would like to share with you. And that solution is with Karatbars. The presentation you are about to see is something that was shared roughly 3 years ago, the year 2017. Why Karatbars? Here we would like to present to you someone by the name of Howard Olsen, who would explain the reason why. Howard.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Karatbars. My name is Howard Olsen, and over the next few moments, I'm going to share with you what is undoubtedly the most powerful financial literacy program in existence today. I'm going to share with you how to turn your spending habits into savings habits and get paid in both cash and gold for doing it. But I want to begin with a quick question. When you think about most North Americans, Canadians and Americans alike, in a very general sense, do you think they have a plan to get themselves out of debt and have the ability to retire in the next 3 to 5 years? Let me ask you another question. Do you? And if you do, how's that plan actually working for you? You see, I've asked that question literally thousands, maybe tens of thousands of times in the last decade, and the answer that usually comes back is probably pretty similar to what you were just thinking. And if that's true for you, I want to share with you why that is, why there's no shame in it, and what we can actually do about it. You see, the numbers never lie. They will always tell us the truth. And since the depths of the Great Depression in 1932, under the Federal Reserve banking system, the dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power, while gold, the vehicle that once backed our currency, has soared in value by over 4,300%. We can look at it like this. In a typical household making typical purchases every single week, since 1980 to present day, a loaf of bread has gone up 959%. Movie tickets, 483%. Housing in many markets up to 1,100%. The simple postage stamp has risen by 800%, and milk has gone up by 257%. Now let me ask you this. Have you seen a 250 to 1,000% increase in the real wages that you can bring home in the past decade? I don't think so. And that's exactly the problem. We just can't get ahead of the inflation curve. This is why we're finding it so difficult to create any meaningful savings, get ourselves out of debt, and stop living paycheck to paycheck. Listen, here's the simple truth. It is absolutely impossible to outrun an exponential inflation on our linear incomes. And the inflation that the government tells us doesn't exist is very real, and here's the proof. We can look at it like this. If you had $100,000 worth of cash in 1932, that cash today is worth just $2,000 in purchasing power. We could say it like this. It takes $100 today to buy what $2 would have got you back then. Or we can look at it like this. If you had $100,000 worth of gold acquired in 1932, let it just sit, accumulate no interest. That gold today is worth a staggering $4,449,313 at the time of this video. Gold has soared relative to the declining paper because they keep printing it and there's no store of value behind it. That's what's called a fiat currency, an unbacked currency. And Voltaire said it like this: a fiat currency will always return to its intrinsic value, zero. So everything we read and everything we hear and everything we see says it's valuable, it's important to get some of our portfolio into gold. Hold gold and hedge yourself against inflation. But there's a problem. Gold is expensive. At $1,200 to $1,300 an ounce, many of us just don't have $1,200 to $1,300 that we can peel off and go get ourselves an ounce at a time to create any real, meaningful, inflation-proof savings. And even if we could, it's inaccessible. Many of us don't know where to find it. We don't know how to get it. How do we get our hands on it? And once we have it, where do we store it and what do we do with it? And lastly, it's difficult to use in its current format. You can't just go down to the gas station or the baker, pull out an ounce of gold, and expect to get change in return for your next tank of gas or your next loaf of bread. So clearly, gold is the answer, but we need to get it in a more usable format. Here's the solution. The solution really is just as simple as this: exchanging our devaluing and declining paper currency for real gold bullion in an affordable, accessible, transaction-friendly format. That's called a Karatbar. We simply exchange some of our declining dollars to create a savings account, giving up a couple of Starbucks and putting some money aside in gold because we can now afford it. And at the time that we need it, exchanging these Karatbars and some of our gold bullion back into currency at the time we need it, having fully hedged ourselves against the ravages of inflation. You see, here's what we're really up to. Karatbars International specializes in making 99.9% pure LBMA currency-grade gold readily available to people of the world by producing it in smaller, more accessible, more affordable, and transaction-friendly weights. This puts gold within reach of people who couldn't previously afford it. Literally, we're making gold available to the masses. What was once a rich man's game is now available to everyone. And as affiliates, we're not really selling anything. In fact, all that we're really doing is using the Karatbars vehicle to create a meaningful savings account for ourselves and then teach people, show people how to do it for themselves, changing their spending habits into savings habits without compromising their current cash flow or lifestyle, and literally getting paid in both cash and gold for showing others how to do the same thing. Undoubtedly, this is the most powerful financial literacy program in existence today. And with our powerful 12-week leverage plan, you can save money, accumulate wealth, and protect your future by converting your declining currency into spendable gold while eliminating debt, accelerating your cash flow, and increasing your savings simultaneously. Now, this video was not designed to answer all your questions. It just can't do that. It was really designed to pique your interest and to get your curiosity. So my question is, did we get your attention? And if we did, here's what I would like to suggest that you do. Get back to the person who shared this link with you and tell them that you'd like more information, and they'll make that readily available for you. We have a ton of resources available, lots of information, and we just drip it in a way that it's not overwhelming. We simply ask that, listen, you can get started by just setting up your own free gold savings account. Yep, that's true. I said free. You can start with nothing. There's no fee to get started. You can literally just set up your own gold savings account and start accumulating gold a gram at a time at market rate. And then simply decide for yourself whether you'd like to create a leveraged income opportunity out of this, as so many others have done. And our commitment to you is that if you decide to come and join us as an affiliate, if you would like to turn this into a business opportunity, we'll train you, teach you, support you, and mentor you all the way to success so that you can do this for yourself, because really what we're trying to do here is set people free from the ravages of inflation and create a meaningful future for themselves. Because really, at the end of the day, what this is all about is creating a debt-free, financially secure society, starting with you and then with me. Thanks very much. We look forward to working with you. Please do get back to the person who shared this link with you, and I'll look forward to talking with you soon.
Peace and blessings. My name is Khalid Muhammad, and I am Karatbars affiliate. I'm making this recording to let you know what Karatbars has done for me. I am a military veteran, and while serving in the military, some of us veterans, we go through dramatic changes in our life at times that results to have us a little imbalanced. Well, my experience resulted into me accumulating a very vicious drug addiction to cope with life. I was a heroin addict for a very, very long time. And going through different changes and reaching out for help, I did get the help. And the help that I got allowed me, after 20 years, to start to get my life on the right track. And in the course of getting my life on the right track, it got kind of mundane, and life was really not going anywhere, though I do thank God that I wasn't on drug addicted any longer. I still was going through a lot of life changes. Then I was introduced to Karatbars from a brother that I love and respected very much. His name, Eric Torrey Muhammad. Thank you, Brother Eric, for showing me this opportunity. So, what Karatbars has done for me? Karatbars is redemptive. Why do I say that? Because throughout my time in drug addiction, I lost a lot of relationships, a lot of respect, a lot of love. But when I got with Karatbars and I got with the Wealth Builders Worldwide, it was nothing but love. And from the love, I was able to see and to just get a workforce that I wasn't able to get ever before. What was it? First, I want to let you look at this picture right here. Yes, that was me. Not a really nice sight to look at. But after that, and I got with Karatbars, I really started improving. Life started improving like viciously. It was like night and day. I was able to get an account. I was able to save money for the first time in my life ever. And not only that, now I am a VIP with Karatbars International. Also, Karatbars has funded a business a dream that I've had my entire life. I now own and I'm the founder of Kalfani Radio. And we have programmed ourselves to be individuals of self-improvement, community development through music, arts, fashion, sports, and definitely financial wealth. With that tool of Karatbars, I'm able to fund that, and I'm able to go out with my team to help others to obtain wealth and to become debt-free. Helping others was always my dreams and aspirations, but first I had to help myself, and Karatbars was the way.
The power of a changed life. Karatbars has helped and has been helping many to live a life of hopelessness to a life of hopefulness, to live a life of despair and failure to a life of success and improvement. He's moved from being a victim to being a victor. Let's move on to some of the other updates on the social media. Let's learn what has been happening on the home front with Karatbars. Karatbars International has multiple social media channels. These are the outlets where you can go to get updates on what's happening with Karatbars and with the products that is being provided. Some people prefer to be on Facebook. Some people prefer to be on Instagram. Some people don't want a Facebook or Instagram account, right? And there's some people who like to go on YouTube. For this reason, Karatbars is not forcing anyone to come to any one channel. However, updates are provided across the various channels. On Facebook, you have the Karatbars International Facebook group, and there may be others called Karatbars International. There's one called Karatbars International World. You probably find about 105 followers. The one you want to look for is the one that has a lot. That will be the official one. Over 49,000 followers on the official page. We also have the official page of the CEO, Harold Sykes, over 16,000 persons. You can get a lot of motivational updates from the CEO himself. But the information and updates from the company comes from the Facebook page. We have an official video page, video updates on the YouTube, the official YouTube channel, look for Karatbars International, that has over 31,000 subscribers. On the Instagram group, we have over 5,000, almost 6,000 followers on the official Instagram page. And then, of course, for those who like to get messaging, we have an official Telegram group, which is t.me/Karatbars info channel. Make sure the capitalization of these letters are the same as seen here. It's capital K, capital I, capital C. Otherwise, you will not access it. Another way to get into the group is if you know someone else who is already in the group and they can add you. So let's take a look at some of the updates that come across in the social media channels this week. Of course, if one wants to look at the official Karatbars International YouTube channel, this is an idea of what it looks like. You want to see the latest videos, you just click, or you go to the channel, you click on videos, and then you can see the various videos that have been posted. There has been no major updates on videos this week. So that's basically what it's looked like. And we have the Caribbean YouTube channel. That is, of course, the channel that I personally maintain as well. You want to get the latest updates, the latest tips and tricks, such as this video, which is currently being recorded. And you want to see the previous recordings. We have the archive of some of the previous tips and tricks, along with other channels, other playlists that you may find interesting to learn more about Karatbars. And this week, as I said, we want to highlight a different YouTube channel every week of an affiliate that does empowerment, an affiliate or a team. And this week, I want to highlight, again from Trinidad and Tobago, one of my personal team members as well, that is Akins Ferguson, who has the YouTube channel, Digital Directors Trinidad and Tobago. He's taking the word digital and applying it to directorship. He has a podcast called The Gold Den, which I'll encourage you, whatever podcast tool you use, do a search for Gold Den. It's a nice play on words, golden, Gold Den. And he gives an update podcast every now and then, providing some excellent information with some awesome background music and beats that helps you to focus on the information that he's providing. He has also been providing some very useful webinars that helps people who are new, that helps people who are, if they never heard about Karatbars before, gives them an update about it. And he has one of those that's actually recorded here, How to Line, the Digital Director's Private Zest. And we're going to learn a little bit more about when he has the other sessions coming up very soon. So again, want to give a big shout out to Akins Ferguson, Digital Directors, Trinidad and Tobago, for your YouTube channel. And we're going to continue to see some interesting updates on this channel as time goes on. On the Facebook page, Karatbars International has highlighted a new collector card. It's called the Wealth and Prosperity Card. As stated here, this is for gifts, the gift that keeps on giving. The Karatbars Wealth and Prosperity Gold Card brings good fortune for all, at least for those special enough in your life to be a gifted one, or to be gifted one. Anyone will appreciate this power. All you need is to pick the people special enough to be given such a beautiful gift. Family member, colleague, or lover. Someone is awaiting this, but don't make them wait too long. We all want to be on the lucky side of life. You can order the Karatbars Wealth and Prosperity Gold Card on our main site. Now, there may be some people, luck, I don't believe in luck. I believe in working hard on all of that stuff. Some people say luck is 1% chance and 99% preparation and these things. But there is a sort of a principle that like attracts like. If you own gold, you have a greater chance of getting more. If you don't own any, you'll continue to be poor. There's stuff like that that is also life principles that we have in action. So again, this is the new card that has been presented. If you can, get one for yourself, get a gift for someone special to you. And we know we're in July, we're heading into August. We have Christmas coming up in a few months. It's getting closer. So think about it. Look at these collector cards. And of course, there is another specialty card contest that is still in progress. As stated, it's going from the 11th of May to the 11th of August. We are heading into the final month, folks. Have you submitted your selfie with a collector card or a gold card? Note that all that is needed to enter this contest is to upload your photo with a gold card on Instagram or Facebook. You tag the Karatbars page and you put the hashtag Karatbars Golden Moments and write under the photo to whom and why you presented this gold card. I had actually personally done such a submission sometime last month, and this is an example of what I had presented. So you can do something similar to this, take a selfie and show what you have given as a gift to someone else. Note that those who win, they are randomly selected, and there are 3 winners that will be selected every month. Each of them will be receiving 3 Karatbars gold cards as a gift. So let's see, will I be successful? I don't know. But if you want a chance, you will not get a chance at all if you do not submit. So time is counting down, folks. Coming up after this short message, we're going to get some updates from corporate.
So what's happening
All right.
here?
So what we're doing right now is we're actually testing the Cashgold, as you can see right here. And we're actually at a shop right now where they do that type of thing. So we do a scratch test here. We're in McKinney, Texas. Right now.
What you do.
Here we go.
Now, we don't want to get the
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
acid around here.
What you need to do.
So that's acid you
That's
put on
acid.
Okay. Now you can actually tell whether this is 24 karat, right? 24 karat
Yeah.
999.9, or if it's actually a lower grade, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
It's .999.
That's triple nine.
Because you see, it had absolutely no effect on that acid. Had no effect on it whatsoever. And if you put that on anything less than that, it will at least leave a little mark on it.
Right. Okay, so that's the real McCoys.
Real McCoy.
All right, good. Good to know that. Now here's you turn it off now.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Kevin James Brown, Gold Director Elite 3, who took a cash gold to a precious metals dealer to confirm that the gold on the cash gold note is actually 24 karat 999 or 999 pure, as stated on the paper. And in fact, as you can see, the jeweler, who's not a Karatbars affiliate, he was not paid to do this, but he has confirmed that the gold is in fact real. You saw it live here. All right. So for persons who have questions about whether the gold is real, whether they need to take it, I mean, he took a random unit to carry for testing, right? And you can see that there are many people who have done the same thing, and there has never been a case where one of the gold cards produced by Karatbars International has returned with a negative test. Next up, corporate updates. This week's headlines: Commission Solution Update, Gold breaks records and why it will keep rising, handling old KCBs, and what's next. Coming for the latest news first, on the open mic call that was held this Wednesday, of course, there's one that happens every Wednesday. It is managed by Gold Director Elite 3s in Karatbars, Mr. Alfie Pino from the US, Brian Crumley, also from the US, Sean Maloney from the UK, Tony de Govaya from South Africa, with guests from corporate, such as Marcus Bradco, Jürgen Pulmervilla, Norbert Taki. And they have been coming on regularly for the past couple of months to provide updates with what's happening from inside corporate and also answering questions that people may have live on air. And one of the questions that some persons had, in fact, they didn't really wait for a question to be asked. One of the things that was shared from corporate this week was an update on our payments. For those who are affiliates of Karatbars International, we have been paid every week, every Friday for the past roughly 10 years without fail. And for the past month and a half, the company has actually been moving to another payment solution, and there has been a little bit of a delay in getting it set up. And here is Marcus Bradco to explain or provide that update. I don't want to put words in his mouth, so it's best if you hear direct from him. Marcus Bradco, Marketing Director.
So our main focus are already on the commission. As I told you last week, that's for us really the most important thing, that we pay out our commissions, and that's our main focus, and that really has all our time and all our man work in it. So the thing is right now, the money, so we are really finished with that. Be honest, we didn't thought that it takes so long, but you know, it's a new provider, a new payment system, what we have to implement in our system. So sorry for that, we really didn't thought it takes so long. So we are really on the last steps. So everything is done. So the money, the commission, your commission is already transferred. So really what I can guarantee you, everybody will receive the commission. It's just now just a matter of time. We don't talk about a week, we talk about really days. So in the next 48 hours, you will get another update from our side in our latest news or a statement from Karatbars. It's in the really last process. So hopefully you will receive it on Friday, but really we talk about days. So the commission is already completely paid. So the next step is now that we have to, as we mentioned already and told you already, that we have now to open up the wallets for all the people they receive commission. That is now the next process, the next step. when the money is transferred. We, from our side, we finished the whole process. We transferred the money. So when it's on the wallet, then we will open the wallet and you will be able to have full access on your commission. So really, we talk about days, and you will get detailed informations in the next 48 hours. Today, right now, at the moment, I can't tell you if it's Friday, but in the next 48 hours, we know exactly how long it takes, and then you will get the information. And again, we don't talk about a week, we talk about days. It's really nearly done.
Information update within 48 hours. This was on Wednesday. He said we would get an update by Friday. He also said that all commissions have already been transferred and that wallets will be opened for all people. Has this promise been kept? Well, guess what? It has. Today, this afternoon, there was a note that was posted in your back office. When you go to Karatbars.com, you check your latest news, and you would see this message. Dear Karatbars partners, we are pleased to inform you that in the coming week, calendar week 32, the commissions will be paid. First of all, the payment will be made to a virtual wallet. Here you have the opportunity to set up and get this. I don't know if you noticed this in the fine print. You will have the opportunity to set up a virtual debit card. A virtual debit card with the help of KYC. Of course, this is going to be a new solution provider, a new partner, payment provider. So, of course, once there's a new partner, as per anti-money laundering requirements, any financial transactions that partner has to do would require some form of a KYC. You can also transfer your balance to your bank account. So, with this solution, we can use a virtual debit card, which means you'll be able to make purchases online. And you don't need to pay for this debit card. This is quite cool. And you can also connect your bank account, your literal bank account at home, most likely through the SWIFT code, the SWIFT or BIC code and IBAN and stuff like that. And you can do a wire transfer from your commissions directly to your bank account if you so desire. You also have the option of ordering a real debit card. So if you prefer to have a physical debit card to go to the groceries, I mean, if you were to go to the teller and you walk with a whole bunch of groceries and they say, okay, well, how are you going to pay for this? And you say, I have a Karatbars account. They will look at you as if you're crazy. You need to have some form of a physical card to pay. And you can order this card. We have been promised that it would be valued at about €5 or so just to order that debit card. That is quite cool. So you don't have to wait until the debit card arrives. If you need to make purchases online, you can pay your bills online in many countries, pay your light bill, pay your phone bill, stuff like that. And you can do so while waiting on the real debit card to come. So soon we're going to have this. Further information on the specific procedure for ordering debit cards will follow shortly. We at Karatbars thank you for your patience, understanding, and loyalty. Final friendly greetings, your Karatbars team. So this is awesome news, and I just share it as it has been received. Fantastic news. So as far as I've been giving the updates up to this point in time, the quality assurance testing phase is now complete, and the deployment is imminent. Okay, so let's look forward to it, folks. As Marcus has said, commissions have already been transferred to the partner. So it's basically the next step is for us to have access to our wallets. What's next? KARATBIT is currently being updated. For those who would have attempted to log into KARATBIT after 6 p.m. this evening or close to 7 p.m., that would have been close to midnight in European Standard Time, which means as of now, officially, the 25% bonus period for those who would have moved their KCB coins to the reduction plan would have ended. It is now officially the 1st of August 2020 in Germany. Once the KARATBIT site is updated, most likely we will see some additional information on what is there. At least they may probably adjusting the code so that any movements to KCBs will now be calculated at 15%, stuff like that, but I'm sure there'll be something new. So let's stay tuned, let's see what's happening with KARATBIT. Gold has reached record highs. Yes, so we have spoken about this for a little bit, and I have some notes to share on this. Note that in 20 years, from the year 2000 to now, gold has now risen by 611% in 20 years, which means if you had been putting aside a paper dollar, if you had put aside $1,000, say, in a bank, and you left it there in the bank for the past 20 years, do you think $1,000 would buy today what it could have bought then? No. Not only would you have lost through service charges and negative interest rates, but just $1,000, you can't buy much with that today. Value of the dollar is going down, but the value of gold is rising. How many financial instruments do you know that can give you over 600% increase? This is really, really awesome. In the past 6 months alone, a 25% increase in value. And today, gold closed at 1976.10. It had spiked, actually. It had crossed 1980, and it is getting closer to the 2000 mark. And we wouldn't be surprised if it goes there. And why wouldn't we be surprised? Gold has an 8th weekly gain. It is the longest stretch of up weeks since 2011. And there's lots of dynamics in play that cause this. It is a strong safe haven bid for metals, and many investors think that way. And also many persons are realizing that there is no quick economic recovery due to not just what's happening in the US, but all over the world. There's no quick economic recovery due to the lockdown. The surge of COVID-19 cases in many areas is causing more of a lockdown again, a revert to lockdowns, and more economic shutdowns. And also there's some geopolitical tensions rising between the US and China, pointing fingers and stuff, and it is not making things easy in terms of economics. Then you have the dollar weakness. The Fed has printed over $6 trillion into the financial system. Do you know how much is $6 trillion? Do you know that if you had to count up to 1 trillion, and if it is possible to give a number every second while counting, it will take you over 100,000 years. Is it 100,000 years? Yes. To reach 6 trillion. That is over several lifetimes, folks. It is crazy the amount that is the amount of liquidity that has been added to the system in a short space of time, in just a few months. The Fed has printed trillions of dollars into the financial system in a relatively short amount of time, and the dollar index fell to a 2-year low, actually. It is said that economics will always win. Once you have increased the supply, demand falls, price falls. If you reduce the supply, price rises, as the case is, right? So the real impact of the above is not fully seen as yet. It is still being rolled out. And that is why gold passing 1900, gold reaching 2000 is still just the start. Yes, we see some corrections. We will see minor ups and downs, but generally the trend will continue to be up. And some other interesting stuff before I move on there. There was another week of unemployment claims. 1.416 million, and this is, I'm speaking about the United States, 1.416 millions for the week ending of July the 17th. It was the 19th straight week where new jobless claims were greater than 1 million. And of course, it's a consequence of the increased number of business shutdowns due to COVID-19. And that includes a certain number of businesses shutting down for good. Do you know that out of all of the businesses that have closed due to the shutdowns, over 50% of them have shut down for good? So here you have increased monetary printing and less economic activity. What do you think is going to happen? Less value for the currency, and it's going to continue to increase. Even after the country opens up, it will take a while for cash to flow again. So for those of you who think your money is safe in paper form, think again. Put it into gold. Of course, you need to have some paper on hand for your day-to-day transactions, but the ones that you want to keep to preserve your wealth, put it into gold. The record speaks for itself. That's what I have to say. When we come back, we want to discuss how to handle old KCBs.
Everything was better in the past. In the past, there were not so many problems as we have today. Or we didn't know. Through the internet, we get worldwide all the information in seconds. Therefore, we have to take our part to change the world in a better way. For ourselves, for our children, and for our grandchildren. Peace and freedom for all. You can start now with our project. Everybody helps someone. The world of charity will help all of us make the world a little bit better.
The World of Charity program follows the principle of giving to others. There is an old saying from one of the best-selling books of all time: throw your bread on the waters and it will come back to you. And it shall come back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. But of course, we don't just give because we want to get. We want to give because it is the right thing to do. It is said that to whom much is given, much is required. If you are in a position to help someone in your community, do so. And the World of Charity program is one of the ways of making it happen for other people. Right now, we just want to talk about how we handle old KCBs. As we know, there is a KBC reduction plan that is in progress. We have just ended the first phase, that is for the month of July. Persons who would have moved their KBCs would be entitled or would qualify for 25% bonus on the coins they moved, are based on the value of the coin on the 15th of October. But the persons who had KCB coins in their back office. For those who don't know, KCB stands for Karat Coin Bank Coin, and this was issued to persons who became Karatbars affiliates or who bought business packages as a gift from purchasing the business packages from the period of time around September 2018 to December 2019. And persons who would have gotten these packages would have gotten KCBs, and it would have been in their back office. In order for the coins to move to their wallets, they would have needed to register for a KARATBIT exchange account and link it to Karatbars. So Karatbars will know which address to send it to. Make sense? So there's some affiliates that for some reason, for various reasons, would not have registered their KARATBIT account and did not link it to Karatbars. So the coins stayed in their back office. And over time, of course, they found out, hey, I have to register this, and they made it happen. So I'm showing you here a screenshot from one such case. Someone had registered their KARATBIT account and their KCBs were moved across. The KCBs are moved across in batches. It is not moved automatically. There is a batch process that takes place periodically, and their coins were moved. So when they open their KARATBIT account, they are seeing coins there. Now, for those who had KCBs up to the 14th of January in 2020, those coins would have been moved either to IPO vouchers, or for persons who chose to, were able to convert them to the Cashgold coin, which is, you see the line above, the KBC. And for those who did not or chose not to convert their coins to KBCs, those KCBs were moved to vouchers. So there are not supposed to be any KCBs in use right now. It's not really of value to anyone. What we can do, as you would have seen here, the coins came in late. And what do you see on the screen? Next to the KCB wallet, there's a button called voucher. So if you want to manage your coins, of course, as I said, it is of no value. It cannot be used for anything if you were to just leave it on the KARATBIT exchange. Some persons still have their KCB coins in an external wallet, such as My Ether wallet or Nano Ledger or Trezor. Wherever persons have those coins, they are of no value or no use to anything but to exchange to either IPO vouchers, or we would see soon how we can get them into KBCs. So if one were to click on voucher, they would get the next screen. Click on voucher, the screen opens up, and you can type in the amount of KCBs to generate vouchers. You must have at least 10 KCBs to generate vouchers. This person had 4,000. So she would have had to enter 4,000 KCBs in here, and she would have been able to move it. When she did so, she would get a message. You will book the KCB as nominal value for future option in an IPO. IPO stands for Initial Public Offering. One of the Karatbars suite of companies is actually preparing to go on a stock exchange. This process is not going to take place in a week or 2 weeks. They did say from the start that it may take up to 1 year. So we expect, and especially with the COVID situation, some things on the timetable had to be pushed back a little bit. So we expect this to happen in 2021. And when it does, the people who hold these IPO vouchers will have first preference shares. That is the price of shares before it goes public. It will be normally a better price. So persons will be able to get more shares with what they have. But if persons say, you know what, I don't want to use my shares. I don't want shares in this company. I would prefer to get it into KBCs and put it into the reduction plan. When you hit confirm here, these coins will move to the KCB. There's a KCB line in the KARATBIT exchange, and there will be an option to cancel the IPO. When you do hit the cancel, you will be able to convert those KCBs into KBCs at a rate of 2.541 KBCs for every KCB you have, right? This example is from another person's wallet, and you would see that they were able to convert their 12,000 KBCs to multiply by 2.541 plus the 25%, right, which would take them up to at least minimum 30,000 or 307,000. Let me see, that was not 12,000, that was 120,000, sorry, going up to 307,000 KBCs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is more than twice. Okay. So they can convert their KCBs to the KBCs, and it would move into the reduction plan in one shot. All they had to do after they click on cancel is to hit this confirm button. And that's it. You would have moved your old KCBs into the KBC into the reduction plan. And you would also qualify for the relevant bonus percentage based on the time that you move the coins, right? So when we come back, we're going to take a quick summary of what the price of the multi-gold packs are for those interested in registering with Karatbars International or to share with your teams. And we're going to find out what the cost of these packages are in euros and in univals. That quick reminder was courtesy Underground Bunker Studios. Get yours now before it's too late. Before it's too late, people thought that was a cliche, but the price of gold is increasing. Do you know that it's possible that the price of a 0.1 gram of gold, which just a couple weeks ago was 5 euros, do you know it's getting closer to 7 euros now for one of these you see on the screen? So for persons who are waiting until they have enough money to get their cash gold, when are you going to start? You will never be able to start if that's your process. The important thing is to obtain what you can now. If you want to save up in the devaluing paper currency until you get what you think would be a sufficient amount to then start to get gold, it will be too late. Get what you can now, while you still can. Thank you very much to the Underground Bunker Studios for that reminder. Let's take a quick look at the multi-gold package price summary in euros and in unival. So for persons who are interested in coming aboard with Karatbars International and who would like to be able to share it with others and have Karatbars itself be a plan B, where we can preserve our wealth by saving in gold and also get an income by helping others do the same, this is one of the things that you can do. The startup plan is you look at the various multi-gold packages and identify what your goal is. That's a nice pun, you know, your goal for gold or your goal, as the case may be. On the left, you would see we have up to 7 multi-packages. These would have dual team statuses ranging from bronze, silver, gold, or VIP. Each package would have a certain amount of gold, actual 24 karat gold included within them as cash gold that we can use to purchase products, and we can also ship in physical form. It's up to the individual. And the persons who are registering with Karatbars now are getting a much better deal than when I started. When I had started, the persons who got the bronze dual team status either got no gold, no cash gold at all, or they got 1 of the 0.1 gram. Now, when one person obtains a bronze package, you get 0.6 grams or 6 of the 0.1 gram cash golds. That is awesome. Even on multi-package 1, you get 0.5 grams. That's 5 times more than we used to get with a bronze. And for silver, we used to get 1 gram. Now this person gets 1.5. The person who got gold a while ago would have gotten 2 grams. Now they get 6.5. And the VIP, in the old days, a VIP package would have gotten you 3 grams of gold. Now you get from 10 to 15 grams. These are the various prices in euros, ranging from 75 euros for the multi-gold package 1, which does not come with a dual team status. If you really want to get involved as a business, you want to get from multi-package 2 or up. And because you will be open, when you get the dual team status, you open another stream of income. Remember, the goal is to not be dependent on a single stream of income, but have multiple. You not only get more gold, but you get more commissions too. Depending on the package you obtain, you will also get commissions based on packages that other persons obtain. Not only in cash, you get 10% on persons who directly purchase and personally invited persons purchase packages, but you will also get 0.4 grams of gold in commissions, at least for the first 6 months. And for the first year, you will also get matching bonus. You will actually get commissions on persons in your team who obtain commissions for that week. If you want to continue to qualify for continued matching bonuses, which is totally up to you, or continue to get Cashgold commissions, you can simply purchase another multi-package. That is totally voluntary. That is totally up to the individual, but there's no need to requalify for your dual team status. Once you have your dual team statuses, you will continue to get that 10%, that 3% or 2% commissions based on the levels of persons who purchase packages in your team. You'll also be able to qualify for dual team income for life. Ask your sponsor, ask the person who invited you into the program to learn more about the dual team income payouts, right? You would also get points on each of these purchases, right? Any of your team purchases, you get units generated that would work towards your dual team commissions. The prices of the packages ranges from 75 euros to 4,900 euros. But what we encourage persons to do, for this very same reason I explained before, don't look at the euro price too much. Look at how much gold is required to purchase these packages. Because you can purchase, when you see your purchase options, you can choose with credit card or you can purchase with gold, right? So you can see, for example, the Multigold package number 2. If you were to save 30 univals, one unival is equivalent to 0.1 gram of gold, or a unival is equivalent to a 0.1 gram cash gold. So basically 30 of the 0.1 grams or 3 grams of gold will be able to get you a bronze package. 57 grams, 57 of the 0.1 grams will get you a bronze. 110 univals or 11 grams can get you a silver, and so on. 815 or 81 grams of gold, 81.5 grams of gold will get you a VIP. Note that it's also possible to get a discount on each of these packages, these Multigold packages. You can simply ask your referring sponsor to get a profit code or a profit card code that will give you 10% off of the cost of a package. In other words, instead of the package costing 180 euros, you will get 18 euros off, and you'll actually pay 165 plus the tax, which would bring it up to about 169 euros. So your sponsor will still get the 10% on that, which will be 18 euros on commissions on that Multigold package too. When you apply the discount, you will also spend less gold. Instead of spending 30 univals, you would spend 27. And in fact, I just found out this week that because the price of gold is going up, you can buy more with the gold that you would have saved from before. So someone had actually saved 27 of the cash gold, but when she bought her package, she actually spent 26 of the cash gold after the 10% discount. So you see, if you were saving in paper to try to get your package, you would be losing and you'd have to be spending more. Whereas if you save in gold, you'll be able to save. And the change, of course, is you always have gold. And gold is always an important asset to keep. So the goal of Karatbars is, of course, to accumulate cash gold regularly. You can accumulate it regularly, weekly or monthly. There's no mandatory subscription to say that you have to buy something every month or your account is going to be locked or any silliness like that. Karatbars is not like that. It's totally up to the individual, but it is a good habit to save. So get into the habit of saving or accumulating cash gold regularly, whether weekly, monthly. Some people actually do it daily. And identify the goal that you want to reach first, of course, for what package you want. And when you get the amount of cash gold that you need to purchase a package, go ahead and get it. Note that when you obtain a package, you're getting some cash gold back. You're getting some cash back. So that's fine, right? And when you help others do the same, you help them to accumulate their cash gold to save for the package they want, you will benefit from it. In fact, if some of them want to obtain it one time, they can do so. But if they can't, it cannot be used as an excuse to hold back on saving for their package. They can register for free because there's no cost to register, and continue to accumulate gold that they need to purchase a package. Once the multi-gold package goal is obtained, right, the body package, it doesn't mean that you stop. The goal, remember, is to continue to save in gold. And then, of course, you follow the asset accumulation plan. You continue to save. You can save in Cashgold. You can save in the mainnet coins soon, which you're going to find out about soon. And we're going to be able to accumulate for the next couple months the V999 coins. And once we get those from the 15th of October, once we put it in circulation, we can get residual income for life. For as long as those coins are traded, we will get a percentage of the transaction fees. All right. We would have covered some of that in previous sessions. I'm not going to go into it now, but we may actually revisit it as time goes along. So we want to just round up. I want to encourage you to plug into the special webinars that are taking place every week. We have every day from Monday to Saturday, the Wealth Builders Worldwide group continues to have their sessions with various people. One of them actually is Eric Toure Muhammad. For those who don't know Eric Toure Muhammad, he is the son of one called Anthony Carmichael, or Kwame Toure, who is one of the civil rights leaders, not only from Trinidad and Tobago, but he had a big influence in what we call the Black Power movement in the United States of America. And he is from Trinidad and Tobago. Therefore, he is Eric Toure Muhammad is of Caribbean parentage. That is really neat to know. We have special training calls every Sunday night that we encourage everyone to go to, but you can invite anyone to attend any of the sessions at noon or at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they can just go goldrocks.info to attend those sessions. We have a 5 and 5 training with Al Murray on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. as well. Also, with the Synergy Gold Group, there's 4 sessions, 4 webinars taking place every day. To get this schedule, you can go to synergygoldteam.com and you'll get the schedule there, right? So, rather, synergygoldgroup.com. And there's also sessions taking place in Spanish and in Portuguese, as you can see. On Sundays at 7 p.m. for those from the Caribbean, there is an introduction session hosted by affiliates from the Bahamas. So we encourage you to come on those sessions as well. And of course, we have other highlights we'd like to just point out there. At 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, we have Tuesdays with Tammy, Back to the Basics, with Tammy Morrison, one of the Gold Director Elites, and one of the first team of persons to register with Karatbars, back before it was even called Karatbars in 2010. We have on Sunday nights, we mentioned the fast track training, right? We have on Monday nights, we have the Synergy Team Huddle, which I encourage all affiliates to attend. If you don't attend anything else, attend the 9 p.m. Synergy Team Huddle with Nita Nakos and the Synergy team to get updates from the company as well. We have some of the Caribbean presenters on Saturday noon and at 8 p.m., the private Zest sessions with Atkins Ferguson. We also have 8 p.m. from the Underground Bunker with King Carlos, who gives us perspectives from a technology side on the industry and how Karatbars products actually helps in this industry. We have the open mic sessions every Wednesday at 11 a.m. with corporate guests that come on to answer our questions as stated earlier, right? And then of course tonight on Friday, we have the sessions with Brian Cromley's Coaching Clinic, which is taking place, actually just started. So I'm wrapping up the call so you'll have a chance to enter that session. You get some excellent coaching tips and tricks on how to learn more about your business and how to share it with others. So you go to cryptogold24k.com at the end of this call. Again, that is cryptogold24k to Cromley's Coaching Clinic, right? And that will make it the end of today's tips and tricks sessions. And I open the mic as well to anyone who may have any comments, feedback, or questions that you would like to have covered. So if you have any contribution to make, you can quickly unmute the mic.
Pleasant evening, Mr. Michael. Fantastic session here. I'm Alan Modest here. Again, Michael, you are really doing a fantastic job in sharing information to all of us. And of course, everyone can get the latest information every week here. if they miss the whole week session. So thanks again, Michael, for that ongoing.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to reiterate a special greeting to who we call the chief servant, who has been helping a lot of affiliates in the community to get their accounts ready. Thank you very much, Marlon. All right. We would like to thank you all for coming on to the Karat Tips and Tricks session for tonight, the 31st of July. Next week, we're going to get some more information on the V999 token rollout process and other things that are happening in, as Robert Kiyosaki says, the new way of doing things. Let's be ready for the changes to come. Have a great night, everyone, and good night.